What up? Let's get to it. So we got to talk about the major keys to victory, baby. Minnesota Vikings versus them dirty Atlanta Falcons. Let's just get right into it, dog. Let's talk about the Atlanta Falcons' offensive stats so far this season. Then you got to take into consideration Tyler Haneke will be the quarterback, not Desmond Ridder. So the offense could look different. But just looking at their stats, their numbers, you kind of get a sense of what type of offense they are, their strengths, their weaknesses. So let's just get into it. We know some of the basic things already, like week in, week out, right? Kind of sounds cliche. We know the trenches on both sides have to perform. Both sides, baby, heavy. Hands down, man down. But the dirty Atlanta Falcons offense, total yards, they average 363.5 yards a game, ranked 13th. Passing yards, 214.9, ranked 18th. So they're not really a great passing team, but they can accumulate passing yards, you know. If you watched them last week versus the Titans, at least some of the game they got it going late. They really might have won the game if it were not for 4th and 1 incompletion, which the wide receiver just dropped the ball. So if they complete that pass, who knows what happens down the line further in the game. But Vikings defense, cornerback, secondary must step up. They're continuing to improve, get better, but they will be attacked by the dirty Falcons wide receiver passing game. I'm sure they're at home. They're going to try to get some explosive plays early, see what this defense is about. Now, the Vikings defense has not been playing great, but like I say, they're making stops when they need to make stops. You know, different points in the game, they may give up a big play here and there. They have to cut back on those. But overall, they're continuing to improve, but the secondary must step up. Now, will Drake London be out? Will he play? We will see. But they have weapons all over the field. They use their tight ends the most out of any NFL team. You know about Pitts already. He's a beast. He's a problem. So the safeties will have to step up. Hitman Harrison Smith, Cam Bynum, who's been playing spectacular. But not only that, the cornerbacks, Caleb Evans, Mekhi Blackman, even Andrew Booth, if he gets inserted into the game. Byron Murphy, it's time to step up. You look at the linebackers, they may be in one-on-one positions, guarding the tight end, right? They got to step up. They got to elevate. I'm sure the Falcons will try to attack Jordan Hicks, since pass defense is his weakness, heavy. Bottom line, so this game will depend a lot on the secondary. How do they play? How do they show up, right? Can they control or neutralize or don't give up any big explosive plays, baby? Heavy. We're going to see. Let's get it. Rushing yards, 126.3 yards a game, ranked 10th. So they are in the top 10 in rushing yards a game. But the Vikings defense, as far as rushing defense, has played pretty well. And each week they progress, right? Holding teams 2 weeks back to back under 100 yards. Started with the Niners, followed up by the Swiss cheese Packers, So the defense is coming along. Seems like they're getting in sync. They're growing as the season progresses. They continue to get better. They're meshing well, right? You see the chemistry. You see the relationship, the bonds. Now it permeates on the field, baby. So the run defense has been a plus, a strong point for the Vikings, really the whole season. Besides, you can subtract a couple games, you know, the Eagles, Philly, etc., etc. We know what it is. But if the Vikings can continue to play good football this season, right, the rest of the way, leading up to the playoffs, etc., etc., if they make it that far, right, be a great sign, man. But the run defense must step up. They got weapons. Who they got? Bijan Robinson. He's a weapon. He's an athlete. Might be their best offensive weapon, baby. Heavy. So the Vikings going to have a major task slowing down this offense. Tyler Heineke, a gunslinger, right? He's not scared. He comes in, gives you a chance, but not only that, he will give you a turnover, a pick or two. We saw it last season with him playing for the Commanders. Hitman was on that. Give me that, right? So you apply pressure on Tyler Heineke, hit him in the mouth, he'll give you picks. Similar to Jordan Love, right? Hit him in the mouth, get him uncomfortable, right? Have him second guess himself and his decisions. He'll give you some picks, baby. Let's get it. Points per game, 17.3, ranked 27th. They don't score a lot, so even if they get in the red zone, if the Vikings can hold them to 3 or 0, you dig me? That's a plus, that's a win, but they're not a high-scoring offense, so let's get it. Third down percentage, 38.0, 20th in the league. They're not great at, converting third downs, which could help the Vikings defense. The Vikings defense started off struggling, giving up a lot of third down conversions, but now, once again, they're getting better. They're growing. The defense is coming along heavy. Yeah, it's taking some time, but that's part of it. New coach, new players, et cetera, new scheme, new defense as a whole, new identity. So now we're seeing it all add up, baby. They got to keep it going, though. They got to keep it going. Let's look at their defense. No, but first off, so the defense as a whole starts with the trenches. D-Hunt on the hunt. DJ Wanham, you must get a pass rush. Interior, Dean Lowry, Kyrus Tunga, whoever in the game, Jonathan Bullard, they must play well, perform well. They've been a strong point in the run game. They got to keep it going. It's imperative they keep it going, dog. Keep playing good football, right? Heavy. Let's look at the Dirty Falcons defense. Total yards given up a game, 309.5, ranked 5th. Now you talk about this team on defense. They have a solid defense. They have skilled players. They're cornerbacks, athletes. They have a good defensive coordinator. And just shows you they're 5th in scoring points, or number of points they give up a game, number of yards they give up a game. 5th. It's not bad, man. Top 5 defense in total yards. It's going to be a battle. It's going to be a test, especially with Jaren Hall at the Realms, starting quarterback. You think they want to apply pressure? They're going to test him early and often. So that's where KOC gets involved. The run game, the O-line. I talked about it in a previous video. They got to step it up. They got to elevate, baby. Jaren Hall will rely on them. They got to get the run game going. Period, bottom line. Everybody got to step up, play better football. Even though they've been performing well. The last stretch of that Packers game, they had some slip-ups. Even Darisaw. If they had a letdown, miscommunication, what? But starting from the first quarter to the fourth quarter, they got to protect the quarterback even more now. Not only that, they got to get that run game going heavy. Passing yards, 194.6. 8th. They rank 8th, so boom, they're top 10 in 2 important categories. Total yards given a game, passing yards a game, given up a game. They're ranked 8th, man. That tells you a lot about their secondary. Solid, aggressive, right? They can play. Them boys can play, but so can the Vikings. So it's on the offense, receivers. They got a big task at hand. KJ Osborne, he was on the first initial injury report. Hopefully he's okay, can play. Brandon Powell, hopefully he's healthy, 100%, ready to go. But they're going to have to step up. They're going against the solid secondary. How will they perform, huh? How will they perform, baby? They did well last week, but now it's a different ball game. No Kirk Cousins. You got Jaren Hall in there. So they're going to have to step up, catch some passes, get open. Give Jaren Hall a body to throw to. Jordan Addison, KJ Osborne, Brandon Powell, Jalen Naylor should be back. But everybody got to elevate, baby. Hands down, man down. Period. Rushing yards allowed a game, 102.0, ranked 14th. So here we go again. Their weakest point on defense. The Vikings got to get the rushing game going. Got to get the running backs going. Alexander Madison, Cam Akers, I hope he's starting. They got to hit the holes. They got to create own lanes. They have to run hard. They have to run smart. They have to see the field, period. Once again, I hope T.Y. Chandler gets more reps. I hope Cam Akers is a starter. But just like last week, the Green Bay Packers' weakest point of the defense, the Vikings couldn't exploit it. But they got the passing yards. But also remember, you had Kirk. Kirk is out. Jaron Hall, what can he do? He can't sit back and throw for 40 times a game, right? You put him in a bad position. So they must get the run game going. Before anything else, it's vital that they can run the ball, especially against this defense. Expose their weakness. Get 100 yards rushing, heavy, attack, battle. Period, bottom line. Points allowed per game, 20.1, ranked 14th. So they're right kind of in the middle, a little above average, but their defense as a whole is solid. Third down percentage, 33.7, once again, tied 4th. So they're not giving up a lot of third down conversions. On third down, they stand firm. So the Vikings are going to have to create opportunities, convert third downs. It's going to be a battle. You understand? Period, man. Who wins the third down battle on both sides will play a major role in the game on who gets the victory. Period, dog. They're going to be desperate coming off a loss. They're trying to win the NFC South. They playing at home. They're going to be amped up, turned up. The fans, right? You know what it is. Home game. But the Vikings got to bring energy, man. Rise above it, dog. Keep rising, keep playing, period. Like I said, Tyler Heineke will be the quarterback, or Heineke, my bad. He will be the quarterback. We know what he is. He has no fear when he plays. He lets it fly. And they got to be aware of the offensive scheme changing with the new quarterback starting, right? So it's a lot of variables, but the Vikings must adapt, expect the unexpected, and be prepared. So those are some of the major keys to victory, baby. My thoughts, my opinions. Will the Vikings keep it going? I think they will. This is a major test. This team is no slouch. Heavy. Let me know how you feel about it. Fire them comments up. Fire them comments up. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know when I'm on and rock and rolling, baby. Big SKOL here. SKOL Vikes forever. Woo! Yeah.